see how you can work and make simple API calls to OpenAI. Now guys, as I told you in the previous video, it's very important before you start working, you ensure that the openai.env file is already created, which I already showed you, which has actually got the secret key in it, and you have topped up your credit under the billing section. So if it is showing you $0, just top it up by something like $10 or something, which really helps you. So how do we go about it? So first you need to do is, first, we need to install the modules that are required for making the API calls. So obviously the OpenAI module won't be there in your case when you are actually working on this. So what we need to do is we open the Jupyter Notebook, and let's say we open a new kernel and simply do a pip install OpenAI, right? So in my case, it says requirement already satisfied. In your case, if it is not, then it will go ahead and actually do the installation for you, right? Very important point you need to be aware of, right? Okay, good. Then we'll make a call to OpenAI and ask a simple question. Very simple question, as we did previously. We said, who is the Prime Minister of India, and give some bullet points on his achievements, right? Same way what we did in ChatGPT. Right. So to understand this, what we need to do is we need to actually make use of the libraries. There are certain libraries in Python that you need to be aware of. So it is OpenAI. Then there is load.env. Now this is where our environment file comes handy. So the environment file that we created that I showed you, which has got the secret key, it is called openai.env. So to call that, we just simply use load_.env. and we call the environment file. And then, as I told you, we need to use the variable, right? The variable that we used where the secret key resides is OpenAI underscore API key, and you are using os.environment.get. So we are just getting, or we are just checking the value of this input variable, and we're passing it to the API underscore key variable. Now, then you simply call OpenAI and you use the client. So you say client is equal to OpenAI. So this actually makes use of and makes a call to the actual environment and checks whether this is the right key. It is able to authenticate. If yes, then all good. And based on that, then you create a response. So response is nothing but client. So this is the client. So you use client.chat.completions.create. And here you give the model, whatever model you are interested in. You could say GPT-4, you could say GPT 3.5 Turbo, GPT-4 Turbo, anything, right? And then you give the content. So here I'm saying who is the Prime Minister of India, and give some bullet points of his achievements. And then we print the response. So let's see how it goes. So you just simply copy and you go ahead and paste it and run the code and see what happens. Because it's an API call, it's obviously checking, looking at your credentials. It's checking whether everything you've given is right or not. Then it makes the API call, and perfect, bingo. So here you can see that says Prime Minister of India is, as of my knowledge, cut off October 2021 because we are using the GPT-4 model. If we had used Turbo, then it would have said as per December 2023 is Narendra Modi, right? And then it talks about notable achievements, implementation of goods and services tax, the GST, the Clean India, then you can the Jan Dhan Yojana. So yeah, you can easily make out. And the very good thing about this is it also shows you the number of tokens, right? The completion tokens, you've used 332 tokens. Prompt tokens were 21, and the total tokens that you use is 353 out of this call. As I told you earlier, remember, you pay for the input tokens as well as the output tokens. So this was a very small video which shows you how you can make a very simple call or very simple API call to OpenAI. So thanks for watching.